What is up, everyone? Welcome back to another edition of the Driving Professor. For those of you who are actually new to the channel, I am your host, Rashid. And this channel is actually designed to teach people advanced defensive driving strategies that's not normally taught in the school. I've been a professional driver for the past 21 years. And, I teach you things that's actually going to save you time, money, personal injury, and most importantly, your life. All right, so this video is going to be a little different than driving lessons today. It's going to be about, as you can see the text on screen, 6 reasons why you should not get into a fully autonomous vehicle. And I think that's the level 4 or level 5. I'm not sure which one it actually is. All right, so 6 reasons why you should not get into a fully driverless vehicle. All right, so number 1 is, and there's no particular order in these, numbers, maybe 7 or 8, if something actually comes to mind, and we'll actually see though. But for now, I just thought of 6 reasons. For one is actually hackers, and then software vulnerabilities. Everybody knows that these cars are actually hooked up to the internet, and which actually makes them much more prone to actually being hacked, of course. And no matter how much they actually say that, the security is actually good, they give an OS update. That means, hackers actually found vulnerabilities in it. And these cars can actually, we don't want to say what it can actually be used for in a sense though, but all right, so number 2 is actually detrimental to our health in a sense though. So the first thing that starts aging on us is the human brain. In terms of free radicals, our bodies are constantly under free radical attack, and the brain is actually the first one to suffer the might of the free radicals, in a sense, which are positive electrons there. And if we don't use our brain, we lose it. I'm sorry, tongue-tied here. So we lose our brain. We start losing it in a sense though, and we can see, and you have dementia. I mean, a lot of people is actually starting to get this disease in their 40s and their 50s. I even seen some in their 30s. So technology is actually great, but we can't become totally reliant on it. And we can see what the calculator actually done to us. And let me know if you actually agree with me there, man, in terms of our health, and especially, us men. We're designed to actually, that's my next point: jobs and employment. So we have millions and millions of people who actually, do jobs in a sense though, that were like pizza delivery guys, bus drivers, truck drivers. If the vehicles actually start becoming fully autonomous, you're talking about millions and millions of people. Well, just in the United States alone, that's going to be really out of work in a sense though. And I know they're talking about some type of universal basic income in a sense though, but you can take that and shove it up your ass though. We don't need that, and that actually goes back into my my second point. We, especially the men in a sense though, we all actually designed to work in a sense though. We're not designed to actually sit there and collect a check. So jobs and employment. So the whole idea is you have Uber and you have Lyft. You have these companies here that's going to actually take over the whole trucking industry and take over the ride sharing industry, and it's going to put millions of people out of work. And I'm just not about actually making a bunch of people broke and poor just so a few investors can actually become rich and actually make some money. All right, number four, the technology is junk. So these cars actually and vehicles actually rely on different radar and GPS, cameras. Driving is mental, man. You got to make critical decisions. You got to make critical decisions. You got to read body language when it comes to reading pedestrians and things like that. Yeah, sure, the actual camera can actually on a autonomous vehicle can actually identify that, but you know, it can't identify if somebody's going to make a dash in a sense though. And there's a lot of people that has gotten killed in these level 2 autonomous vehicles, level 1 autonomous vehicles, because it can't recognize people or it could be too dark. So if you really want to give us great technology, give me Kit from Knight Rider. So Kit was actually, it wasn't automation, that was artificial intelligence. I want that. But the elite, being as greedy as they actually are, they're not going to give us that. They're going to give us this garbage over here, man. All right, number 5 is cheap sensors, cheap parts and sensors in a sense though. So of course these cars actually rely on sensors, and we know the model of a corporation is to actually manufacture something for the cheapest possible price and sell it at the highest possible price. So the goal is to actually get a 50% margin, 50 to 60% margin. Y'all guys all watch Shark Tank, and you have a company that would be making a product for, let's say, $2, selling at about $25. That's not good enough for the sharks. You got Kevin O'Leary. He'll say, well, let's go to China. Let's take it to China. We can get it down to 75 cents to $1, and sacrificing the quality control of that actual particular item, or so that's the thing that actually these guys aren't going to make the most, if like the best quality sensors and parts when it actually comes to these driverless vehicles. All right, so number 6 is the 5G towers. Now, if you actually go to a cell phone tower, you have to wear a special suit, even like a 4G tower, and because the cellular radiation can actually cause a lot of health issues, like let's say lowering your white blood cell count in a sense though, which what makes you much more susceptible to different colds, different flus, other type of different viruses, cancer, lowering your body's overall pH levels in a sense though. So the 5G and the 5G towers, these vehicles are actually going to be communicating via vehicle to vehicle communication, and they're going to have 5G towers all over the place. So we actually seen what it actually it's actually done to the trees. Oh yeah, so I do have a number 7 though. Yeah, I guess I can change the title on it. So 7 reasons. We may go into 8. I have to just thought of something. But the 5G towers definitely can cause a lot of different health issues. In plants, in trees, in let's say you have a garden, or you have different type of crops, and the health effects that these towers being placed everywhere, they're going to be on every block, every corner, every light pole, and the cellular radiation that it would be emitting on us is really harmful to our health over there. Okay, so there's actually, I said 6, so there's actually 7 here. The cars are going to be really expensive, man. I mean, if you're actually allowed to buy the cars. Now, the idea is to actually rent you the car via Uber and Lyft. So we'll see what actually happens with this whole shutdown thing. If we're going to have a normal economy again, I don't think so. I think they're going to try to do another shutdown again. But let's say if there was no shutdown, this COVID never took place. They're going to stop selling you the cars. They're going to stop selling you the cars, and they actually want to rent you the cars. The car manufacturers feel that they can actually get more money if you actually rent it from them versus buying it and keeping it and holding on to it. And but we'll see actually how the American public actually responds to that. Me personally, I don't like that. but they feel they can actually get the price down to like about $1 a mile if they actually rent you the cars. So that's number seven. And this 8, actually, wow, man, it's just, I'm just, it's actually 12:20 at night. Yeah, so my brain is like super fried right now. All right, so number 8. Believe it or not, these counties and states and cities and they rely on people actually doing dumb things in a sense, though. So there's like about $3 billion a year across the United States, maybe a little bit more. That was like I think 10 years ago I read that. $3 billion a year that's generated just off of speeding tickets alone. So a lot of these counties, these little small towns, they actually rely on those speeding tickets in terms of like providing services, roads. Now we know there's, of course, we know in government there's actually a lot of mismanagement of money there, and but it can cause a lot of budget problems in a sense. So registration, if they're not going to sell you the car, who's going to, I guess they'll register it with Uber and Lyft, man. But license fees, I mean, all this stuff actually adds up in the budget if you actually read the comptroller's reports, if you're actually watching this in the States, though. All right, so those are 8 reasons why you should not get into a driverless car. I do apologize if I wasn't fully articulate in the first 4 to 5 minutes. Maybe I should shoot it over because everything is starting to flow now. So maybe I actually do this video over again in the future if it doesn't get a strong response. Hopefully it actually does. If you like the video, please comment, like, share it. Sharing is absolutely caring. And believe it or not, when you do share, the universe certainly shares back with you. All right, thank you guys for watching.